Hello, my friends. This is Heather. Welcome to your Wednesday thought of the week. And this week, I seem to be having a lot of conversations about time and goals or intentions or how you want to live and why we aren't making those decisions. So here are a few thoughts I have for you coming up. Give me a comment and give me some feedback on this. I'd love to hear what you think. Take care. Have a good week. Hi, my friends. Welcome. This is the Back to Me podcast, and this is Heather, and I am super excited that you're here. You are going to hear some tips and some tricks and some ideas to help you live your happiest and healthiest self. I call it Back to Me because when you are taking care of yourself, back to me, then you can take better care of others, and we can all make the world a better place. This is Wellness Your Way, and I am super happy that you're here. Hello, my friends. Happy Wednesday. I hope everyone is doing really well. This is Heather, and this is the Back to Me podcast. And I do this every Wednesday. I'm just checking over here on Facebook to make sure things are working. If you're out there, you can let me know. And what is this podcast about? Once a week, I come on solo for just a little quick tidbit for you with something to maybe help you through your day, through some challenge you're having, or maybe something that bringing an awareness to something is always nice. And then on Fridays, there is a longer one where I get to talk to somebody really amazing and such a diverse group of people that I've been talking to lately about. I call them my celebrities because I think they are celebrities. Talking about all things wellness. And in my world, wellness is not just what I call the eat less and exercise more wellness. My version of wellness is yes, there's a physical wellness aspect, absolutely. But there's also emotional, spiritual, financial, relationships, professional. There's 6 aspects to wellness that will help us be happier. Really, the objective is always just to be a little happier and a little healthier, and knowing that we're never going to be perfect, and that's pretty okay. And I think I'd be disappointed if I hit perfection, because where do you go after that, right? So I would rather just keep working and just keep trucking along in my own way. And today, I wanted to talk about what did I call this one? I think I called it "What Are You Waiting For?" or "This Is Your." I'll go back and check the title. Why you can't keep postponing? Why you can't keep postponing? That's what we're talking about. And it's, if you think about it, and this came to me because recently, and I'm sadly, if you were the one who told me about it, I can't remember who told me about this or where I heard about it, but a book, I believe it's a book called, and it could be more or less titled 4,000 Weeks. And you think, oh, 4,000 weeks, that's not that long. No, it's not that long, is it? But it is a pretty much an average lifetime. 4,000 weeks is pretty much the average length of a lifetime. I think it ends up in 72 or 74 years old is what the average is. And you think about, well, the first part of your life, all those weeks you're spending a lot of time growing up, becoming the person that you are or hope to be or will become. And when you come to the realization that you plot your own course, if you reach that realization, I can remember in my 20s thinking, oh, there's so much time. In my 30s, there's still lots of time. In my 40s, yeah, there's still a bunch of time. In my 50s, wow, time is flying by. Maybe even my 40s, I thought time was flying by. And I'm in my 50s now. And I guess it's more or less middle-aged these days. So you're looking at the back half of your life and thinking, wow, look how far I've come. Look at all the things I've done. And then you think how much none of us know how much time we have, but there is a finite amount of time. Time is the non-renewable resource. Entirely, you can't put it in the bank. You can't save it for later. You can't bank it. You can't say, I'll spend this later. I'm going to save up for right now. You've got to know that the moments you spend now won't return. And I don't mean that in a downer sort of way, but it is a non-renewable resource. So when you think about, and this maybe is an over discussed, the regrets of the dying is that they didn't act on things that they wanted to act on. So when you think about what you want from your life, the first thing, because this is a conversation I was having just a couple hours ago with a group that I'm in, is that still what you want? Do you still have something on your vision board, a goal on your list that isn't isn't what you want anymore? You can put that one down. We were discussing doing a Marie Kondo. Thank it for being part of your life, and then release it. And shift your attention to, what do I want to bring into my life now? And what do I want to spend however many weeks are left. There's less than 4,000 weeks left. If you are cognizant enough to be listening to this, what are you going to do with your weeks? What do you want to achieve with your time? What do you want to achieve on the planet? What do you want to achieve in your family, business, life? Any of those six things to think about. What do you want to achieve? And then, if you already know, if you don't know, just spend some time. Spend some time thinking about it. It doesn't have to be epic. It doesn't have to be, saving the world, inventing a cure for anything. It can be being your best self and bringing your best self forward and sharing your best self with others and helping others. I mean, we often glamorize how huge things have to be. It has to be epic or it's not worth it. I don't believe in that. I believe doing your best and doing what's true to you. And that's what the world needs. So if you don't know what it is, spend some time and think about what makes you happy. Went through an exercise yesterday with one of my leadership coaching clients. What makes you happy? What makes you sad? What would it look like if you achieved your goals? What would the world look like for you? So going through some clarity, some visioning, some decisions about what would my life be like if I did this thing that I want to do? And then ask yourself, well, what are you waiting for? Or I'm going to ask you, what are you waiting for? Are you waiting for a sign? I could hold up a sign. This is your sign. This is your sign to get on with it. You only have so many weeks. Do you need a permission slip? I'll write you a permission slip and I will send it to you. Often we are looking for something outside of ourselves as a signal that we're allowed to do something or that we can do something. But if it's something you want, no one else is going to make this happen for you. I just looked over here next to my computer. There's actually a Post-it note right there that says, you're 100% responsible for making this happen. So if you want something, thanks, Post-it note. I appreciate you for being there. If you want something in your life, if you vision something for your life, and it's the right thing for you, don't take somebody else's vision. That was last week's episode. Are you pushing the right rock? Find your own vision and do something. Take an action. You can visualize as much as you want, but it won't get anywhere if you don't actually act upon it. You actually have to put some effort and energy into what it is that you want so that things can happen, so that you can signal to the universe, yeah, I actually do want this. I'm not just daydreaming. This is something I want, and this is how I'm going to demonstrate that I want it. So I'm going to take these steps to do it. And sometimes I've heard people say, I'm too old, I'm too young, I'm too tall, I'm too short, I'm too fat, I'm too thin, I'm not good enough, I haven't learned enough, I'm too fill in the blank. Too much this, too much that, not enough this, that, not enough that. But that is all excuses, excuses, procrastination. And I understand the fear. I understand the fear of making changes. I understand the fear of putting yourself out to do something that you want to do, and where other people, you think other people are going to stand back and think, oh my goodness, what is she crazy? But listen, they're going to judge you either way. So who cares? I mean, we're hardwired, and the judging isn't always negative. They could be, I just think of, when I'm walking down the street constantly, oh, I like those pants. I like those boots. No, I don't like that jacket. Oh, look at that tree. That's neither here nor there, and it's in and out. So if someone says, I can't believe she did that, you may be a topic for a moment, but then it passes and you're doing what you want to do. So take the power of your decision back into your hands. There is never the wrong time to start. As they say, when was the best time to plant a tree? 20 years ago. Second best time? Right now. So not that you're a tree, but if you want something to grow, plant it now. And one of the coaches who I follow and admire, she had a post in one of the courses that I was taking, and it was something along the lines of, if you are not embarrassed by your first attempts, then you waited too long to start. You will never be perfect. You will never be 100% ready. It's like if you have children, if you waited till you were ready to have children, would you have ever actually had children? I'm going to say 99% of people will say, heck no. You just learn it on the way, right? So whatever your dream is, whatever your goal is, whatever you're dragging your heels on, stop waiting. Stop postponing what it is that you want in your life, because time is finite. And I wouldn't want you to be one of the people who comes to the end and says, darn it, I wish I had done XXX, whatever it is, fill in the blank. So what are you going to do? Listen to the podcast, say that was interesting, and then just go off on your merry way and not give it a second thought? Or will you actually take 5 minutes? Maybe it'll only take you 5 minutes. Sit down, turn everything off, no distractions. Just tune in and see what you're feeling like, and ask yourself, what do I want? What do I want in my life? And then that's the first step. And then start to make it happen. And if you don't know how to make it happen, call a friend. You could message me. I'm happy to have a conversation. But start to think about the steps you want to move yourself in the direction that you want to go. Because you're driving your bus. Nobody else is going to drive it for you. So take some action, my friends. Figure out how many weeks you have left, and then plot your course. Thank you so much for listening, by the way, tuning in later or watching live, however you were. I hope that this was something, I hope that this was the message that you needed today, and that you will use this to launch off and get those things in your life that you want, need, deserve, desire, all of the above. If you're ever looking for assistance, send me a message, send me an email, DM me. I would love to have a chat with you. I'm Heather. My company is Prosperity Flow Coaching. This is the Back to Me podcast, which means back to you. And tune in this weekend. On Friday, I'm having a chat with a super amazing coach, Jody Aberdeen, who we're going to talk all things wellness, because that's what we do. Take care, my friends. I will see you again next week. Cheers. Hi, my friend. Thanks so much for listening to this entire podcast. If you found it useful and you're like me and you like helping others, please feel free to share this. Just give it a like, give it a comment. If you found something useful in it, there's a chance that someone else will find something useful as well. Also, if you have any questions at all, I can absolutely help, and I would love to help. You can email me at heather@prosperityflowcoaching.com. If you want more of this awesome content, you can follow me on Instagram, Heather Stewart Coaching. You can follow me on Facebook, Prosperity Flow Coaching. And I have a personal request. I want to help as many people as I can with these podcasts. And if you could give me a review, hopefully a good one, if you could share, if you could send this out into the world, I would truly appreciate it. I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope that you find your way to wellness by getting back to me. Take care, my friend.